In the year 1913, deep in the Sundarbans of West Bengal, there stood a place forgotten by time. A crumbling palace rumored to hold secrets darker than the surrounding jungle itself. H.P. Gentry, a British circus agent known for seeking out the bizarre and the unsettling, arrived with his loyal assistant, James Buck. Their journey was not just for spectacle but driven by Gentry's insatiable desire to witness the most disturbing sights on Earth. James, a young man from London, had followed Gentry into countless adventures. He had seen oddities and marvels across continents, but nothing prepared him for the Sundarbans, as their boat navigated the winding rivers and dense mangroves. James couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The jungle seemed alive, its whispers mingling with the haunting calls of unseen creatures. Their destination loomed ahead, a palace draped in shadows and overgrown with vines. Once grand, it now stood as a ghostly relic of a bygone era. They were greeted by a figure both captivating and unsettling, the Hindu, Holy Mother, her presence commanding respect tinged with fear. "You seek the unknown," she spoke in a voice that echoed through the empty halls, "but be warned, some truths are better left undiscovered." Gentry, undeterred by her caution, nodded eagerly. "Show us everything this place hides," he demanded, his eyes alight with anticipation. The Holy Mother led them through corridors adorned with faded tapestries depicting scenes of ancient rituals and bizarre creatures preserved in jars. Each room they entered revealed more disturbing sights, statues with twisted features and relics that seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy. As night descended upon the palace, the atmosphere grew thick with unease, shadows danced on the walls, and the air itself seemed to hum with a malevolent energy. The Holy Mother, her face veiled in shadows, spoke in cryptic tones. "The king's collection was vast," she murmured, her eyes fixed on Gentry, "but what lies beneath holds the true horrors." Intrigued and driven by his dark desires, Gentry demanded to see the forbidden depths of the palace. The Holy Mother hesitated, her gaze filled with ancient knowledge and a hint of sorrow. "Some doors once opened cannot be closed," she warned, her voice a whisper carried on the chill night breeze. But Gentry would not be dissuaded. With James by his side, he descended a narrow staircase that spiraled into darkness. The air grew colder with each step, and James felt a primal fear gnawing at his gut. The whispers grew louder, echoing through the stone walls like a chorus of lost souls. At the bottom of the staircase, they entered a vast underground chamber. Torches flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls adorned with strange symbols and grotesque carvings. In the center of the chamber stood a statue, the God of Vision, as the Holy Mother had called it, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. Gentry approached the statue, his curiosity bordering on obsession. He reached out a trembling hand, his gaze locked with the unblinking eyes of the deity. A sudden chill swept through the chamber, and James felt a sense of dread unlike anything he had ever known. "The God of Vision sees all," the Holy Mother's voice echoed in the chamber, "and those who dare to look upon him are forever changed." Gentry, oblivious to the danger, pressed on. His fingers traced the intricate carvings on the statue's surface, and a low, guttural chant filled the air. James watched in horror as Gentry's expression twisted in agony, his screams piercing the silence of the chamber. The statue seemed to come alive, its eyes boring into Gentry's soul. In a frenzy, Gentry clawed at his own eyes, blood streaming down his face. James, paralyzed with fear, could only watch as his mentor descended into madness before his very eyes. The Holy Mother's chant grew louder, the ancient words resonating with a power James could not comprehend. The chamber spun in a whirlwind of terror, and James knew they had unleashed forces beyond their control. In a final act of desperation, Gentry collapsed to the cold stone floor, his body racked with convulsions. His screams faded into a whimper, and then into a deathly silence. James, trembling with shock, backed away from the horror before him. As he fled from the chamber, the echoes of Gentry's torment followed him. The palace seemed to close in around him, its walls whispering secrets of ancient curses and forgotten sins. He ran through the corridors, past statues frozen in eternal agony, until he burst out into the cool night air. Years passed, but James Buck never forgot the horrors he witnessed in the palace of the Sundarbans. He returned to London a haunted man, his dreams plagued by visions of Gentry's mutilated face and the unblinking eyes of the God of Vision. He spoke of the palace and its dark secrets to anyone who would listen, a cautionary tale of the dangers of curiosity and the price of seeking forbidden knowledge. The legend of the Palace of Horrors grew with each retelling, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of the world. The jungle reclaimed the crumbling palace, hiding its secrets once more in the shadows and whispers of the Sundarbans. And somewhere, deep within the earth, the God of Vision waited, its gaze eternal, watching for the next soul foolish or brave enough to seek its terrible truth. Now if you like this video, then subscribe to our channel for more such content related to mysteries, conspiracies and folklores around the world.